You're watching the Bear Dice Club.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the game that normally starts with an absolute pile of nonsense and trivia that we seem to be spouting at each other. But we're playing around with image generation,
doing arts
trying
and
to make
crafts.
characters.
We are
doing
doing
arts and crafts. What's this wee business? I don't see Shane doing nothing.
We're doing farts and math.
Farts
I've been
and
making
math.
some tokens, actually. Just none that you guys need to be worried about.
I'm worried about them.
I'm very worried about him. The only time we should be worried about him is when you say
I think I know what it is. It's Balrog. This is the Balrog episode right here.
Oh,
today.
God.
Today's it.
That's it.
It's the last day.
I mean, it certainly could be.
You shall not.
You shall not fuck with me.
I think Sunday is the
is
an
that?
anniversary of
Walk.
Balrog's got it.
Walk.
Yeah.
this Sunday
Oh.
is the anniversary of one of the Lord of the Rings movies. I think the first of the set.
Being released.
They all released in December, so.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That's true.
Oh, did they re-release Lord of the Rings?
No,
No, I think
he's just saying it's the anniversary.
If they did, I would definitely go. I'd be.
I need to go see The Boy and the Heron in theaters. I would love to see a Miyazaki film in theaters.
Oh shit!
That's
Apparently, they are releasing the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, cool.
Oh, thank God, he's been in
Oh
prison
no, wait, that
for
was
so
in
long.
2002. Never mind.
I missed the boat on
Sorry.
that
Wow.
I thought I heard something about.
Internet Explorer has joined the chat.
I thought I read something about a re-release in theaters.
They probably were like re-showing it in theaters, just desperate to try to get people back into the theaters.
Well, Internet Explorer would be excited.
Nerds, we need your money.
Yeah, pretty much. Going to the movies is so expensive these days.
Bro,
It
everything's
is.
expensive. Fuck,
Yeah,
the
you're right.
world is on
You're right.
fire.
How about yours? That's
So
the way I
do
like
on
it. I'll never get cold.
Tuesdays half
Stop
off or something like that.
It was funny. I went to go see a movie. I went to go see Blue Beetle, and we went like a town over because we thought that they had those Blue Beetle popcorn buckets that were shaped like the Blue Beetle ship. It turns out they didn't, but tickets were like surprisingly cheap, like $6 a ticket. I was like, "What? Let's go here forever for movies from now on." But we're sitting there because we got there early to try to get our hands on the souvenir bucket, and of course, they didn't have any, so we were just like, "Well, we're here now. I guess we'll go sit down." And popping up on the screen was something about National Movie Day, and I was like, "Huh. I wonder if that's why our tickets were so low price." And it just the date we were there popped up on screen. I was like, "Well, there's my answer." It's like all movies were like super cheap that day.
Huh.
Another
All right.
news.
Well, that's dope.
It was
I got
weird.
new here.
Oh, never mind.
We got some new emotes.
So I was a
That's
cuppy boy.
pretty cool. Just post to them, but they're not showing up on the screen for whatever reason. Oops. That's okay.
I think I found a Eli.
Yeah.
I posted a bunch more Mrohy options for you.
I love.
I
how
typed
much-
in
Two's not
Dark-
bad actually. Except
I typed in
weird,
Dark Souls Knights.
Biceps are on number 2 are weird.
The bulgy chainmail biceps.
Yeah, wow, those look like synthol biceps, made of metal.
Nah, man. You just installed an airbag in your arms.
of how much this AI image generation stuff has upgraded our games.
Right. Well, it's because we don't have to hire someone to spend. We don't have to spend $100 for a character that might die next week. You know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You pointing anyone out on that statement?
I gotta
Fucking might
say,
be.
like, no one's probably using it more than D&D people. Well, that and like porn stuff, of course. But
Well, no, that they have a content block on that. Don't ask me how I know.
What, for porn?
As everybody knows, the internet is for porn.
Yeah,
Why?
I've seen that show.
Why do you think the
There
net
he
was?
is.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
My Blu-ray exists.
Physically on stage?
yeah.
Damn you! I would love to see that show.
It came to my hometown actually.
Damn
Oh,
you! That's awesome.
that's pretty cool. And Nathan,
It's
Hey.
Nathan.
Nathan.
Single Nathan.
Nathan.
I haven't heard from Aaron, but he's working 2 jobs and planning a wedding for December 30th. So
Yeah,
unless
but I wanna hear
anyone
a
else
good
has heard
reason.
from him- I know, right?
Always getting married.
He is.
Yeah, he sent out
Oh.
invitations on December 1st.
Yeah, he sent me an invitation. I was like, "You bastard! If I had gotten enough time, I would have come out there."
I know.
He
He
didn't
sent me an
he
invitation.
texted me an
November
invitation.
29th. November 29th,
Yeah.
I got an invitation to it.
He
And I was
texted
like,
me an
"What am I
invitation
supposed to
like
do
a
with
few
this?"
days ago.
I'm like, I appreciate the
Wow.
sentiment, and I saved it to my Google Drive, and I told him that, but I was like, bro, what am I supposed to fucking do with this information? Like, I can't.
Well, that's kind of
There's
what I
nothing
was
I
like.
can do.
I have a child, and we're possibly opening a store that
I
weekend.
love that they want to get
So
married
it's
so
like-
quickly,
I
but like,
I don't know if I'll be able to make
That
it.
do
that
the
that
courthouse
that
and then
being said,
fucking-
I'm so very happy for them. They make a very cute couple.
Oh, 100%.
And,
I want
and
them
he
to
has
get
he has
married.
worked damn hard to get her into this country. Holy shit!
Not hard enough, I would say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I would
you would say
totally
that,
go.
wouldn't you?
I was
Could have had her here
planning
4
on
days
it,
earlier.
yeah. If he had just
7.5
worked those 4
hours
extra hours, it was
by
70
myself.
extra hours.
I can't do it.
If he just Ubered a little harder.
Yeah, if he had just delivered
Was he doing
70 more
Uber?
pizzas. No.
I think he's bartending and doing.
It would have
the-
been really funny if he
For
was
a little
Ubering
while there, he
people.
was doing like food dudes and stuff. That was-
He's so min-maxy, he probably
Yeah, I
would have
got him into
figured out
food
at
dudes.
some point that he would have just been doing like Uber
Is food dudes
rides
still
on
a
his
thing?
way home
I think
from
so.
work.
And then food dudes and DoorDash and Uber deliveries. There's lots of stuff going on. But
We just have
pretty sure it's
DoorDash
still a
up
thing.
here. It's got blocked all that stuff for some reason.
Yeah, I know the guy who actually
sounds-
started the food dudes food delivery.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Aaron said that you guys kind of knew him, or he kind of knew him.
Yeah, he's a kind of a friend of mine. Yeah, he dropped out of college and just started his own food delivery business, and then
Put that on the
just
table,
loaded. So yeah, good for him.
Oh, the guy that made food dudes?
Yeah,
Well, bully for him.
yeah.
Is
That's
it
a way
just
better
in
way to
Fargo?
go. He had in a few different cities, I think.
No.
Fargo's was like the pilot project, I think. Though.
Cool beans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit. What are we doing here? Should we do like a...
We're getting yelled at by a village elder.
I was gonna say, should we do like a D&D or something?
Yes, let's do this. I'm so stoked for this
Killed
episode.
the whole village, or what are we?
Yes. Well, yeah,
Bang-
last
bang
time...
the elder's wife or something. Also-
Yeah, last time you guys talked with some dog people and managed to make them a very fancy bag. Then they managed to help you out by throwing some giants off your tail,
Bag.
who, thanks to some good rolls, managed not to come upon you anyways. Turns out they had a little bit of trouble finding the place.
Damn it, shit, that's my kink. I want to be come upon by giants.
Gross.
Is that TMI?
But yeah, you guys they led you to a village that they knew about. You guys kind of came in, started looking around, didn't really interact with people as they were kind of side-eyeing you a little bit. But eventually someone came up and was like, hey, what the fuck are you doing here? And you guys are like, hey,
What the fuck are you
I was
doing?
thinking about hey Desmond.
we're just, hanging. Um,
We're just doing the big chill.
so, you, guy named by the name of Suluk came, put you in sort of like the village's meeting house, let you guys hang out for a little bit. You guys started playing some music, doing some entertainment stuff, managed to get some of the villagers in there. Sam turned into a cat.
As she does.
Yes, Habhab did some illusory
Illusion.
work.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of got lost in
And-
the weeds on those illusions. He's just
Yes.
like, oh no, my
He-
wife and child.
Yeah, he did some illusions and then had some terrible sort of what's the word I'm looking for here? Yeah,
Side effects.
yes.
Psychoses.
Had himself a weird sort of like
Crisis.
crisis of faith.
Do you think Habs can run Crisis?
Probably.
What do you? Oh, the game Crisis. Is that
Yes.
a joke we're making?
Yeah,
Well,
back in the day that was
Yeah, memory's kind of tricky, and I thought it was kind of a cool little. Yeah, that some aspects of the memory are fading, but.
back in the
Yeah.
day, yeah, that was the whole thing was, hey, can it run Crisis?
Yeah.
I never
People would
played
ask that about your
game.
computer because it
'Cause
was
it
very
was-
poorly optimized.
It was poorly optimized, but it was known as the computer bricker because it was so poorly optimized, but such like a ridiculous drag on resources because it looks so
Yes.
good.
It would explode your computer if you weren't careful. But yes,
We talking about Chrome?
Crisis.
No.
yeah, but eventually Suluk came back with
A grouchy old man.
a grouchy old man who's all like, yo, the fuck you guys doing? Hey, we don't like outsiders around here. So
Off my lawn.
yes, that is where we kind of ended things. So yeah, jumping back into things, as this old guy comes in, and says, oh, what are you doing? Oh, we've had trouble with we've already been having trouble with outsiders, and now you're doing all kinds of outsidery business. As he says that, a lot of the that if you remember right, as soon as you guys started playing music and Sam turned into a cat, a lot of the kids sort of like rushed in and started playing with the cat, and older people were listening to music. Guys didn't really talk to anybody though. You just sort of like were enjoying entertaining people and having them sort of enjoy the atmosphere that you guys made. But yes, as this guy comes in, they kind of like shuffle out, start like grabbing their kids up, and kids are like, but the kitty, I want to play with the kitty.
I want to be the kid. I can't pet that dog.
What the dog doing? Can I pet that dog?
Can't pet that dog.
But yeah, as they're like shuffling out, is there anything that you want to say to this very old man?
He's just running in and yelling at us, right?
Yes. Well, yeah, he wasn't really yelling at you guys specifically. It's more that he was like yelling at everyone around you. Kind of a deal.
As he does.
So yeah, is there anything that you guys
Do the surrounding people look kind of taken aback by this? Surprised?
No, they don't seem all that surprised. Like I said, they just kind of like look at this guy come in and start like going over, grabbing kids, and sort of like shuffling their way out the door.
Hey man, quiet down.
So this is like a normal Tuesday thing kind of thing.
Well, if you remember right, yeah, people were kind of looking at you guys shifty-eyed on the way in here. Well, not shifty-eyed, but they were kind of like people were.
Yeah, but put my song down.
Apprehensive.
Very much going out of their way to kind of like not notice you or not interact with you guys. And yeah, by the time you guys got into here, it was sort of you guys don't really know what happened, I guess, as far as all of that goes. It doesn't look like it's like strange or anything. Nobody's like reacting in a manner that seems like this is, you know, completely out of left field or anything.
If this were taking place in like a normal situation, would this be like super suspicious?
I don't know. Go ahead and roll me if you would like to. You can roll me a
Insight.
yeah, insight.
You could try an insight.
I don't believe insight is a thing in this game.
What do they call it?
Diplomacy.
Sense motive. That's the word I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I don't know if I have sense motive.
Well, everyone has sense motive. You just probably aren't very good at it. Better at it than I am.
Yeah. You get the feeling that whoever this is like is probably somebody like well respected in the village of some sort, because yes, people are looking very sort of like shit. They do kind of look like they got caught with their hands in the cookie jar a little bit as they're sort of, you know, making their way out of the building.
We come in peace.
We come in peace.
We are just, you know,
Piss and come.
we were out there and we need a place, you know, to like be. Obviously.
It's cold outside.
There's a settlement here. If we were going to attack you, I feel like we would have already done so. Why would we announce our presence? So,
Well, that
I haven't even.
I think
looked
Sue
at this
looks
word.
at you. He's like, I don't know that it was quite as comforting as you wanted it to be.
Listen, I haven't even.
I'm gonna
looked
go
at
back
my
to
sword.
sleep. You guys figure this out.
Old man kind of like looks around and he's like, So Luke, you should know better than this with all the troubles we've been having. Letting outsiders in is only going to cause more trouble. What is it you people want? Kind of looks at you guys, sort of, you know, looking around at the strange grouping of people and whatnot.
Well, I'm just
Well,
a wandering healer. Somehow got wrapped up with these guys.
Yeah,
look like
you
you're
see,
kinda messed
he's
up.
like, yeah, I thought maybe he could help you with, your, with, you know, what you've been dealing with. You'll have to excuse me. This, well, this is our village leader. This is, my father, Newtalk.
Same as the old talk.
I don't get that.
I didn't say that out loud. You weren't supposed to
Okay.
hear that.
You guys got TikTok?
I heard it.
Aewen claps her hand to her mouth. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
Yeah,
I don't get that joke.
he's just like, yeah, Suluk is just like, yeah, they said that they were healers, I thought maybe they could help you. I've kind of been running things because he's been, whatever ailment he's got going on, he's been unable to get out of bed most days. And looking at him, you can tell that coming in here does look like it has taken a pretty not insubstantial toll on him, as he's kind of, bent over and sweating even in the cold, and seems like he's having difficulty with breathing and whatnot.
Well, anyway, my name's Bernie. Bernard, but, most of these folk here call me Bernie. Pleasure to meet you, sir. He puts out his hand, shake hands with the chief.
He looks at you and then looks up and he's like, yes, and what is it you want in return for your services? What kind of magics are you going to weave upon us?
I'm a paladin of Severnray. So, I don't know, this is just kind of my gig. I wander around and heal the sick, and I guess that's about it. For what I want, I don't know, information about the area. We're just passing through. We probably won't be staying here for too long. Day or two at most.
Well, then get to passing through. Suluk, get them out of here before they cause more trouble for the village. And then you see he just kind of like walks off.
All right.
It's like, I'm sorry. Yes, we've been having some difficulties as of late. A lot of sort of strange occurrences, that a lot of people have, chalked up to, well, a sort of, visitor that we've had hanging around lately. Though they seem to keep to themselves. I'm not sure, but if you can,
Aewen makes like a squeal noise and she jumps down into the rafters and she goes, "A mystery! I want to get to the bottom of it. Where can we find this guy?"
Oh, well, not a guy so much.
Ooh.
She lives on the other side of the lake. She's got a camp set up there, so she's not stays fairly clear of the village. So I don't know exactly how anything could have happened, but or she could have be causing any trouble. But
a snow witch. This sounds awesome.
What does she do exactly?
I know that villagers have gone to meet with her from time to time. As far as I know, I think she makes potions and poultices. I think she's somewhat of a healer or something as well.
I knew it. Snow witch.
Ocean Seller, you are a rascal.
I'm not exactly sure what she does, but I've wanted to go there to see if I could heal my father, but he has forbidden me to do so. So when you came here, I figured maybe that would help. That maybe you could help instead. But he seems obviously disinterested.
Aewen puts her hand on his shoulder and she goes, "I've got a stubborn dad too. I feel your pain."
Oh, this is a weird thing to bond over.
Hooray for trauma bonding.
I mean, that's probably the most stubborn old coot I've met. I mean, jeez, like, he could have just touched my hand and it would have been fine. Just like that. I mean,
you did touch his hand, though.
No.
Like oh, no, wait. You
just
didn't.
walked
You
away.
wanted to shake his hand. That's right.
My dad tried to kill me.
Yeah, and how'd that work out for him?
Punched him in the face.
See?
He did also punch you in the face, like a lot and very hard.
Details.
Aewen doesn't need to know that. She wasn't there.
Sounds like you had good
You
reason
see
to gut
Aewen
the
rubbing
son
her
of a
chin
bitch.
thoughtfully, and she just goes, "I should punch my dad."
Because he tried to kill you?
What? Well, he tried to kill my life. He tried to marry me off. That's not important. Details.
El-Anon
Anyway,
back in the city looks up from his book and he's like, I feel like I should slap Aewen for some reason.
Off in the distance, I hear the jimmies rustle.
But yeah,
Just
so
tell a mage hands her.
yes, a mage hand
Develop
just shows
a new
up out of
spell.
nowhere and slaps.
It just pulls the Three Stooges thing up, down, side to
Well,
side,
that'd be
wiggle. What
like
do you
a-
want? Slap.
Would that be like a second level spell, maybe? Like tell a mage hand. Or something.
Think of the puppet shows.
But yeah, he's like,
I need to eat my food first, okay?
we've had
You got the
plenty of strange goings on in the village recently. We've had some trouble with the fish. There have been some deaths and disappearances and what have you. I don't have all of the information, but I've been trying to keep the village running as smoothly as possible, but
Who died?
I'm sure. What? I'm sorry?
Who died?
Oh, there was see,
Their names. Give us
this is
their names.
it's sort of I personally put this down to superstition because not unheard of, but there was an animal mauling recently. We found a young woman that was definitely torn apart by something. It was quite the gruesome scene, but
When did that happen?
I personally think it was an animal. We've had some villagers say that possibly it was the adlets down to the south, but
They seem nice.
what were you asking?
When did that
Yes, who
happen?
died?
Oh, that happened about a week ago, actually.
What did you mean you were
maybe a
having
little
trouble
bit
with the
more?
fishes?
The fish. There seems to be. We're not sure what's wrong with them. They've grown larger, but
Oh.
unsuitable for eating.
Oh. Well, that's not fair. More fish, but not edible? That's stupid.
Yes, I agree.
what makes them? Why can't you eat the larger fish? Is there like they're a poison?
Well, there's I don't know. There's black spots. There's strange
Oh.
things grow. They are bigger, but there seems to be something strange growing inside of them.
The black spot.
Okay.
Aewen does that little dance from Pirates of the Caribbean. Not really. No.
But yes, there's been many goings on. I suppose nobody could fault you if maybe you wanted to try and get some supplies on the way out of town, and I'm sure that you'd be able to find out all sorts of things talking to the village people on your way.
What?
Out
Bored
of
of talking
town?
to us already?
YMCA. It's fun to stay at the.
What?
I knew that was gonna fucking happen.
You said talk to the village people.
Oh,
I was
yes,
gonna say,
of course.
look out! I'm a macho man coming through.
Yes,
macho
crazy of me
man.
not to know that I had said that your fucking
Activation code.
Activation code.
You know,
Knox
there's
just,
only like
just sits
100.
bolt upright from his nap. It's fun to stay at that. Why did I do that?
He's like a Russian sleeper agent.
These are drawings, yeah. That Desmond wanted me to have.
Every time he hears fucking Macho Man, he awakens and goes on a killing rampage.
No, he just grows out a weird handlebar mustache and starts dancing.
His name is Jeff.
Oh
My name is Jeff, and I'm a
Jeff-
firefighter.
Yeah, this is sleeper alter ego.
But yeah, he's like, yes, my father is probably going to be quite angry with me if I don't come see him here soon. But
Does
like I said,
Sam know anything about the fish? Would she know anything with a
I
knowledge
think she
nature
said-
roll?
I mean, not until I looked at him.
Okay, fair enough. Do they have any fish here? Do you guys have any fish here?
Yeah, you guys saw them like cutting and dressing fish over in this area.
Okay, but if they're cutting and dressing them, those aren't the bad fish, right? They are clearly aware of
You wouldn't know.
what... Okay, fair enough.
Do they have some cute little doll clothes for the fish?
That's not what dressing means. Okay, they're
It's
putting
not?
ranch on them.
Oh, why
Okay.
would you do that? Ranch on fish is awful.
They're gutting the fish.
Tartar sauce.
Tartar.
Many mini tartars hate tartar sauce. Anywho,
Yes. So he's like, yes. I will leave you to it if there's anything. If anything were to happen,
We'd be blamed.
well, possibly,
Or the
but
lady across the lake.
yes, please, if there was any sort of discoveries that happened, I'm sure that a villager would have to come and get me and let me know of these new findings. You see he's just winking as hard as he can.
do you have something wrong with your eye? Are you okay? That looks painful. Stop.
Very cold.
In that one eye?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I have to go now.
Yeah, go sit by a fire, you poor boy.
He leaves.
Hello.
I like him. He's fun. Weird eyes, though.
So yeah, you guys are kind of left sitting here.
I'm gonna go look at the fishies. Anyone want to come?
Yeah. I'll go.
No.
Knox, get your ass up.
No.
Knox, wake up. Come on, we're going to look at fish. You like it, I promise.
So yeah,
There might be people to steal from.
yes, there's people.
These
down
people are
here.
broke and poor.
Yeah, but you don't know that.
broke and poor.
I can see it. They're not wearing Jordans.
They got knockoff Apple Watches. These people ain't shit.
What are they not doing with smartwatches? Everyone's got a Fitbit here.
Everyone's got the Garmin smartwatch.
Oh no, wait.
You're not my cat.
I was gonna say yes.
Sam, get out of here.
That's better.
Why does that cat have a tornado on it?
It's an air elemental cat.
Yes,
cat.
it's the wrong buff. Is the reason?
It's Tornado Cat.
I should have known. I'd see Sam cat here at the fish stall.
What kind of creature? It is tiny. Wild shape, tiny. Check. There we go.
What kind of creature is tiny?
Oh yeah. Well,
That sounds like
Sam
one of
gets
those
like
riddle
different
doors.
buffs and stuff depending on the kind of creature she turns into.
It just sounds like one of those riddle doors from Fable or something.
Sure. Isn't there one of those doors that you have to just be like incredibly fat to get into?
Yes, and it's really funny.
All right. I moved Mrohy down there. Does
sorry.
Habs want to go down with the rest of everybody else except
Sorry, I
for?
spaced out.
Yeah. Are there any fish that we could readily look at, like at the?
Yeah. You like I said
fishmongers,
before,
or-
you actively see people like
Where'd Bernie go?
like people are opening nets full of fish and like gutting and like I said, there's a whole process here by which like some are being gutted, some are being preserved with like salts, or some are going to like a little looks like off to a smoker or something like that. So yeah, there's like a whole process that they have going here.
They got a Navy captain
Are
here?
all of them really large, or is it like half of them are kind of? Like
Whoever wants to can give me a perception check.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. That's what I expected. No, it's not. But I will. There it is.
All right.
I was about to say, seems like you did fairly well there, Habs.
Not the norm.
Yes, Habhab is very much into the mystery at this point. He's like,
I think
gotta know about these fish.
Yeah.
That man was winking so hard.
So yes, Habs, you and I'm gonna guess Sam, both look around. You see that there is just a pile of like bloated fish that they've like left that has grown pretty big. That is just kind of like sitting there.
Okay, so we have like samples that we could
Yes.
look at. Could I
Aewen-
cast
Aewen-
detect magic? Is there any sort of magical disease maybe going on, or
I don't know. Can you cast detect magic?
You don't.
I can.
You don't sense any magic coming off of there.
Okay. Does it smell fishier than it?
It definitely smells fishy. Yes. Bernie, what are you
mean,
doing, by the way?
The cold ain't doing nothing to help this smell.
Bernie was following the boy.
Suluk.
The Suluk. Yeah, he's
We're gonna
following Suluk.
Heal the leader, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you just see him go back into there is a house over here.
Oh god, Bernie's just
They
gonna
go back
follow the
into
old
this
man
house
with his
right
hand
here.
out. This is a
And you just see
kindness.
him like helping his dad like back into bed. He's gets him some like hot water and is kind of like taking care of him. It does look like he's being berated a little bit as he is helping his father out. You can't make it out quite through like the doors or anything unless you were like actively pressing your ear up against it or anything.
Yeah, no,
something.
Bernie wouldn't care about that.
But yeah, the dad, you see, he like takes it takes a while to like get his furs off and like get him into bed, and like he's having some trouble moving around and whatnot.
Just picturing Bernie just walking towards the old man with his hand out, reminiscent of that one Doctor Who episode. Just, this is a kindness.
I vaguely remember that one. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how you approach this one. I don't think he's going to try and heal the old man if he doesn't want it. He doesn't care that much.
Okay.
He's not going to try and force it on someone, who just obviously doesn't want it. So.
Sarah Ray loves you, whether you want them to or not.
I mean, you could all like.
Have you heard the good news about Sarah Ray?
I was gonna say. Well, it's up to you. I was gonna say, you're at the house. You could always try knocking on the door or something like that. But however it is you wanna deal with it, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, no, I think he would try and get Suluk's attention like discreetly somehow, or maybe just sit there wait until Dad's like, the chief is like obviously like asleep or whatever, and then you like lightly knock on the door. So you kind of peeking through the window and kind of try to not bother him too much, but he'd just wait patiently.
Just being a real stalker.
Yes. Okay. So back to the fish market. You guys head over to the
pile.
Yes. And begin looking at the fish carcasses that you have here.
Aewen starts humming a song to distract herself from the gross fish that she heard from a trader.
We'll start doing like we'll start kind of cutting it open to see if there's something in particular.
Give me a heal check if you would be so kind.
Could it be survival since it's like I'm filleting a fish per se?
No, this is definitely a heal check.
A medicine, yeah, kind of a medicine-y thing.
Yeah.
Okay, can I back him
Chop
up
it
on this?
straight now.
Yeah, absolutely. More, if you want to help out with a heal check, you totally can.
So that's probably a little bit better.
Habs goes a little too crazy with the knife, and Mrohy goes,
Sam was,
hey,
assisting you on that one. Mrohy, you've been around. You've seen a lot of stuff. These fish are bigger, but not like uniformly so. They're bigger because they have giant growths on them. You've seen people with these kind of growths before. Yes.
It's a
like we would know that they are tumors, but you know that these are not any kind of healthy. You can't like eat them or anything like they were saying. So yes, the as they were saying, yes, the fish have grown larger, but only because they've grown giant tumors on them.
I don't think those fish should have bumps. Should fish have
and
bumps?
It looks like
so I think Mrohy would just tell the rest of the party like, oh,
I don't know, fish is fish.
These are
cancer isn't transmissible.
these are tumors. These are bad tumors. These are cancerous growths.
Bad bumps.
Yeah,
still doesn't know what's
people.
what that means.
Some of the villagers kind of like see you looking at them. Heal skill.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Mrohy.
And the way they fish, is it with like nets, or is it like it's like single people kind of going?
It does look like a lot of their fishing gets done with like nets. They probably have a spot that they go to out on the lake. To.
Oh, could we? Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe we can go to that spot. Maybe they can help us find that spot. Go on a little.
Yeah. You guys still have yet to actually talk to anyone.
Yeah. I guess I'll break the ice.
I get it.
So, yeah. Because we're in no land. Excuse me, Fisherman Thur.
I'm a lady, but yes.
Nope.
Oh,
That's
From the
not
online store.
fair, Shane. He did that.
My eye's over 1,000 years old. Give me a break. No,
all you humans look alike to me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Don't worry,
I
darling.
meant no offense.
It could be difficult to tell through the furs.
Happy Georgie time.
Anyways, we're my group and I are looking into the fish issue on behalf of Fishu, yes.
I caught Shane as he was drinking. That was dangerous.
I was gonna say the same thing too. My mic was muted.
We're looking at this on behalf of the I forgot his name already.
Suluk.
Suluk's kind of request.
I think his name was Trout Salmonson.
Trout Salmonson.
Mr. Salmonson.
We were wondering
what a good
if
man.
if you could maybe have someone point us out to where you would have gotten these fish. Like, are there certain spots that you tend to kind of go to a lot on the lake?
It's like
there's some ideas that the potion seller might be to blame.
Potion seller.
oh, the old bad harmless, but more than harmless if you go to meet with her. But
We
yeah,
plan on
if
it,
you
I think.
if you want to go down to the fishing areas, they're fairly clearly marked out on the ice.
Clearly marked. Okay.
You just go down to the lake and you'll find what you're looking for. Should still be people up around there at the moment. If you could help, that would be fantastic. We keep catching more and more of these. We're starting to get worried.
Well, we do have a history of helping people, and we'll do our best. I was wondering, has anyone tried to confront the potion seller about this? Apparently, her appearance and the presence of the fish are
some people are just
close.
superstitious. Is all.
Yeah.
Some people are worried about it. I'm personally not. Things happen. We've had sicknesses go through the village before, and we've run into a spot of bad luck. But some people will blame whatever they can. It's fine.
Yeah, I am well aware of that tendency. Hab's thinking about like his whole life, pretty much.
Poor Habs.
Yeah, but okay. So have there been any sort of violence towards the potion seller? Maybe markings on her, like vandalism of her
Not
home?
so far as I know.
Wait, didn't Suluk say there were a couple, injuries or deaths in the village? What's up with that?
Oh, yeah, there was unfortunately a young woman that yes, that was a terrible tragedy, but not unheard of. We do have wildlife around here. She was mauled.
Was she far from like the village kind of area? I know the atlets have like a territory, and there's giants.
Some people do blame them, but I mean, we've never had problems with them before, and we've even traded with them before. I just can't see them attacking someone for no reason, especially because the body wasn't eaten. That doesn't, that wouldn't be something that the adlets would do.
Yeah.
Werewolf.
Was where she died? Was that in Atlet territory or any sort of apex predator?
It was just outside the village. We do have, some predators up this way. We'll get, family of polar bears in from time to time and that sort of thing. But, they come down this far south when it starts to get cold. But other than that,
are polar bears the only known predator kind of in the area?
No, there's wolves and other things.
Wolves too. Okay.
But most of those things, if they attack a human, they're starving, so they would have eaten her.
Not true.
That much.
Polar bears will
flesh,
pretty
right?
much eat anything.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If something attacked her, they would have eaten her or dragged her off, but they didn't. They just kind of killed her and went, which makes me think big cat.
Well, if they do feel threatened, they might have simply attacked. She was outside of the village, but still within range that it would have been somewhat dicey for any of the animals. But I personally don't know. It
And she had no blood.
Stop.
I'm not saying that.
Does she make? Does she regularly go outside of the village walls? Does she have a profession where she like gathers? I don't know, herbs, or she gathers firewood or something outside of. What was her profession?
Oh, I'm not sure I could say.
Okay.
Did she have a boyfriend?
It's an aggressive line of questioning, eh, Shane?
She kind of like looks at Aewen. She's like, you didn't hear anything from me.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, now I have heard nothing from you. No, you can't stop like this. Come on.
We do.
Talking about a dead
have the
person.
means To,
Yeah, we're talking about a dead
means
guy.
to dive into the water. I would need
Yeah,
a way to
then you-
set spells.
Yeah, and something tells me a
I know, I'm
midnight
trying to-
rendezvous outside the city.
If you wanted to
screams
dive in, yeah,
of
you would
interest.
definitely need some spells if you were looking to dive into
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah, that would be like a next day sort of thing. We do have different ways to do that safely. Okay. Well, I believe we've taken up a lot of your time here. Thank you for helping us, and we'll let you know if we find anything.
Did she answer my question, Shane?
About what?
The boyfriend thing?
You said that, and she's like, "Oh, didn't hear anything from me."
Oh. Yeah.
Uh,
Aewen's like a late night rendezvous outside the village screams like romantic rendezvous.
she's
Again.
not a gossip monger, apparently.
Apparently. Let's see if I actually pick up on that.
Oh,
Hell yeah, you do.
Oh, I know
If
exactly what
Aewen-
she's talking about.
I think Aewen is the type that, as much as she's into adventures, she is also probably into, like, she would probably never admit it, but she is also into trashy romance novels.
She's had like a sheltered life. So
Yes.
She reads like a bunch of stories.
Well, that's the problem with adventure books. So many of them turn into trashy romances.
Yes, that's probably true.
One of the same kind of genre.
Yes, so I think that she, like, as soon as she gets the hint of something, she's like, ooh.
There's juicy tea. Spill it.
Yeah, so you get some information from her, and is there anyone else that you guys wanted to talk to or try and find?
Potion seller. would
Yeah,
be
You guys want to go
fine.
straight to the potion seller?
Yeah, but before we
But
left,
if
I was going to
other
ask
people
about the
wanna
potion
do
seller's
something
name.
else, yeah.
Potion
seller.
Are you
Seller
asking
for
the
The
fish lady?
Yeah.
She says, well, as far as I know, nobody's gotten her name yet.
Really?
Ooh,
Wow.
spooky.
They bought potions from her. Interesting. Okay.
I like her. I'm going to call her the official. The fish
I'm gonna
lady.
call her potion seller.
Shane, you didn't want to like that one at all.
It's terrible.
I'm gonna call her by her name because I ain't a rude bitch.
You don't know her name. You've been asleep in the street.
So, yes, you guys head out. Is there any other people that you guys want to talk to on your way through town? Like you said, the Suluk said that you guys have free reign to, get supplies and stuff while you're here as well.
I mean, as far as I'm aware, I'm fairly set up. I guess I'd swing by Bernie, or at least go look for him so we can tell him where we're going.
Okay. Yes, Bernie, as you are waiting over here, it does look like after like a sort of very stern what's the word I'm looking for?
Dressing down.
Yeah.
Lecture.
Lecture, there we go. Actually, after a very stern lecture, Newtalk takes Sulu goes about and starts, working on other things, and Newtalk does eventually fall asleep. But yeah, looking in there, it's comfortable, but it's very sort of humble place. A lot of furs, lining the walls and that sort of thing. Most of the furniture is covered in furs and whatnot as well. There is a fire currently going, and you can see that there are probably multiple people that live in this single house. Your guess is that most of them are out doing work at the moment, but you see like a space for where there are multiple sort of like bedrolls. I was gonna say I don't want to call it a fucking sleeping bag because that's not quite what it is, but and not quite a bedroll either, but sort of like pallets with like furs and that sort of stuff that are stored away and whatnot. It looks like each one of these houses like probably holds a fair amount of people.
So I guess Bernie would kind of try and get Suluk's attention. And just
how are you gonna try and get his attention?
Come out. Just kind of like give a rap on like a light tap on the door, like loud enough to get Suluk's attention, but not too loud.
Just take his sleeping pad and then like flick it.
Okay.
Just gonna rap on the door. My name is Bernie, and I'm here to say.
Okay. Yeah. You rap on the door.
Have you heard of my friend Sarah and Ray?
And he kind of like comes over really quickly. Stops what he's doing and like just barely creaks up, like he throws open the door, sees you, and kind of like closes it a little bit so that he's just kind of got his face out. He's like, "What are you doing here?"
Got some questions for you about that girl that was supposedly killed.
Yes. What about her?
Well, where was she found?
She was found outside of the village a little ways. Small copse of trees. Out to the east.
To the east. Okay. What'd you guys do with her?
What did you do with your body?
Well, it's usually we burn our dead up here because the ground is so tough, and that's sort of our beliefs and whatnot.
Yeah, well, fuck.
We haven't done so yet, though.
Said she was mauled. Like, how bad is it?
Quite bad. Large bite marks, claw marks, the whole thing. Corpse was almost unrecognizable if you weren't wearing, the same outfit and whatnot.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go check it out and see what we can do to track what happened there. All right. I guess that's all I had to ask.
Okay. Well, if there's anything else, it may be better for you to, if you can, perhaps send someone else to come get me, and I will meet you, we'll say, at the meeting house.
Isn't old Daddy Dearest ain't so pleased with me, eh?
No, he's not well at the moment. I want to think that that's why he's been so against having any outsiders or whatnot, but I'm not sure. But yes, any help that you can provide would be we would thank you as much as we could.
Well, you just let him know if he wants help. I can probably help him a hell of a lot better before he's, dead. So
I will do my best to change his mind.
All right. Well, better get at it. See ya.
Yeah, you see he kind of slowly closes the door. Are you gonna go meet back up with the group?
Yeah. Bernie, that's why I said Alabaster. Well, the rest of the crew is looking at fish or something like that. That's kind of your thing, ain't it?
Yes, I am quite irked by the fact that you brought me all the way up here.
You didn't have to fucking come. You could have just gone with them. I didn't care.
He's like, it's far too cold for me to leave the carrier at the moment. If you remember right, you haven't been sharing the
Endure elements spell?
Endure elements with him because you have the what do you call it? Familiar carrying case pouch, or whatever it's called. Yeah, familiar pouch.
The fleecy cat bag.
Yes.
And then Bernie said, "Oh, don't be such a pussy." And I was canceled.
Tis. So, yes. Are you guys I know that you talked about going to see the fishing areas. You guys can go see the
I saw the witch doctor. She told me what to do.
Old woman, you can do whatever it is you'd like.
Aewen wants to go see the snow witch.
Are there fishing spots on our way to the if we were to just walk across
if you wanted to cross the lake to get there, they would be, but doing so might be a little bit difficult because it is, frozen over. I guess walking across a frozen lake isn't that difficult, but, it can be slow going.
Yeah, is she... is it late in the day? I don't want to end up waking her
It
up
is.
if we take
It is kind of late in the day because if you remember right, you guys came here after traveling with the adlets. So I would say, you're pretty well into the afternoon, probably late afternoon. I'd say 2-ish.
Maybe work on setting camp outside town.
How many miles, or I guess, do we know miles or so away? Is she is it a 10-mile lake or something, or?
You guys could see the lake from here. It is pretty big. I would say it's not Great Lake size by any stretch of the imagination, but
yeah.
Also, I think they use metric here, so you're just gonna have to learn to convert.
I don't know, Shane. I've got a pretty stretchy imagination.
You've got a pretty stretchy imagination.
Prioritize seeing her first, just so we don't risk.
It does look like it's at least a few miles across to get to the other side of the lake. You can see it from here. You standing on the shore of the lake, you can see the other side, but just barely.
I can see it.
No, you can't.
I have 20 million vision.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's more of a curvature of the earth type thing.
He can see beyond the horizon. Well, then Knox would
So
know what's
we'll
just
see the
around the
lady.
river bend.
All right, do you guys want to go see
We'll
her?
see we'll see
Yeah,
the
I wanna
lady
go see the
first then,
witchbuckler.
just to make sure we don't.
All right,
miss
are you
her
guys going to walk
today.
around the lake, or are you going to go over and pass by the fishing stuff?
I think whatever is fastest, and maybe we see the fishing.
I mean, we've got the ice
fishing
cleats.
spots on the way back.
I'm
Yeah,
sure that
you
would
guys
help us
do.
on the lake.
Okay, so we can just do the spots first, and then it wouldn't. I mean,
Yeah.
it's only a few miles wide. It shouldn't be too much to walk across. So.
Let's go to the fishing spots.
Yeah, you guys
Alright, so,
all
head
go
out
to the mall
onto the
shop.
lake. You throw on your cleats and everything. You start walking out. You guys, as you approach, you see that they have basically like cut big holes into the center of the lake. And it does look like they have nets down there. You see that they've also brought like a bunch of snow onto the lake specifically so that they can get traction. You see they have like teams of sled dogs that are helping to pull up loaded nets loaded with fish and whatnot. So yeah.
Oh, puppies, they're doing.
And then of course the dogs will also help to retrieve the fish and bring them back home and whatnot.
We see one dog catch an escaping fish and brutally shake it.
As you guys approach, you see the most of a lot of the people that you saw in the village were a lot of women and younger people and whatnot. This seems to be where a lot of the men have gone to. You see all of them kind of like working together and making sure that nets are tied up, making sure that nets are like reset, bait is reset, all that sort of stuff. Kind of going from hole to hole and making sure that everything is taken care of. So as you approach, they kind of like notice you guys. They are still going about their work. You do see some of them kind of like pointing off. A couple of them do kind of like go over to their sleds and just kind of seems like maybe they're just getting ready for things to get a little bit hairy just in case.
Aewen's like fully cuddled into her coat and she's griping that whose idea was it to go out on the lake? There's no windbreaks. This sucks.
That is
Are
certainly
these
true.
fishing spots anywhere near her hut? Like, is it like maybe set up where she could dump something into the
No,
holes,
they
or,
said that she
like,
lived on the
go-
edge of the lake, and all of the holes that they have here seem to be cut like into the center of the lake.
Can we yeet Sam into one of the holes and see what she can see?
Sensei!
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate the
I'm trying to
idea.
think of-
I think Sem would be all about that.
Launch
That
the
would be
Sem
her
bomb.
second wild
Maybe that's
shape
a-
for the day, so she would be out of wild shapes after that.
That's
Like it's 2 wild shapes?
well. I'm trying to think of what she would.
I believe so.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I thought
no,
Druids
Let me
got, like, a
just
lot of
make
wild
sure here real quick.
Isn't it like their wisdom modifier?
She's
in
9th
per
level.
day?
Oh, she gets 3 a day, so she would have 1 more wild shape for the day.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yes. So yeah, she jumps in, takes a look around. Let me see here.
Is there a Jamaican crab at the bottom?
Yes.
Ha.
All right. And
Darling, it's better.
Let me
Down
do
where it's wetter.
A couple of different checks here.
Under the lake.
Wow. What?
And
Under the
we
lake.
probably would have established something like, you don't go down, try to stay like maybe 5 minutes or something, and then come, back to the surface. Just so
All right.
Getting her would be kind of tough today. It marooned.
Sam is not super knowledgeable about underwater stuff. But yeah, she goes down there and she's like, there's like lots of fish swimming around. Yet some of them do seem to be very sick. They got those weird growth things on them. But yeah,
Are these river fish?
No, they're lake fish.
Oh, it is a lake. Is this their only source of water?
Hey,
yes.
Alabaster, you can talk to animals, right? Why don't you just ask them?
Have you ever tried to discuss something with a fish?
No, that'd be fucking
Remember when we
stupid. Why
talked
would I
the
talk to
koi
a fish?
and the
Exactly.
Remember
So
when we
like
talked to
I
the koi
speak
in
fish,
the
but you really
sewer?
speak fucking anything, so I figured with a shot. Sounds to me like you've tried it before.
Well, yes. You know, sometimes fish do love to play with their food.
I thought that was cats.
Or yeah, cats do love to play with their food. I don't know, I'm dumb. Any hoozles.
Cats do love to play with fish.
Yes. Essentially, the reason that he's like, I could try it, but fish are dumber than dogs are, and that's pretty dumb.
Dogs is dumb, but fish, whoo! Don't even get me started on fish. I don't know, man. There have been a couple of fish that have been clearing games lately, so.
What? Oh yeah, because there was the one that like played Pokemon and whatnot.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, fish aren't intelligent enough to get like information out of. Fish know, eat, shit, and at some point during the year, lay eggs or shoot sperm all over the bottom of the lake bed.
That's really gross. Thanks, Alabaster.
Yes, nature truly is a horrifying mystery.
Well, it seems like you got it all figured out.
How big is this lake?
It's pretty big. Like
a superior type of lake?
No. Like I said, it's not a great lake. Think of it's one of those. It's essentially the size of like one of those lakes that you could build essentially like an entire town around. So
Lake
yeah,
Shitek.
like it's a few miles across, probably maybe like probably a little less than 5 miles across.
Instead of Lake Superior, it's Lake Inferior.
Yes.
It's one of the other 10,000.
Yes. So yeah, there's plenty of fish in there and
pretty big.
whatnot.
There is plenty of fish in the sea.
But enough for like one village to essentially fish and whatnot. But yeah, as you approach these guys, these fishermen, do you say anything to them?
Hello.
They kind of like eye you. Some of them kind of like nod at you a little bit.
Hey, at least some of you have manners. Hi, we're just looking around trying to see if we can't figure out what's going on with the bad fish.
Oh. One of the fishermen, like you see, kind of like stops working with one of the nets and walks over to you, and he's like, "Oh, so what have you found out about the fish so far?"
They are bad.
All right, boys, back to work. Break's over.
Hey, we just started. That's not fair.
Well, what do you want from us exactly?
We didn't want anything. You just seemed like you were real worried about us being here, so I thought I'd be nice and say
Do
hello.
the bad fish tend to come more from certain areas?
No, we haven't noticed. It seems to be affecting all of the, and it's not just one type of fish. It affects. Oh God, I don't know enough about fish to name anything that lives in a cold weather climate. Gar.
Walleye, northern
Trout's
pike,
river.
fucking
Crappie.
Northern
trout.
There you go. Yeah, he's like, yeah, it affects all
Wolf.
those things that people just said.
There were a lot of voices that just shouted at me right now, and I just kind of related all to you.
It affects all the different fish
Bullhead.
equally.
Jesus Christ, you opened your mouth and the eldritch screaming from the void took place.
We're all just like horrified, taking back a step.
Fucking 7 different screams of the fish
No,
come out of his
He was in
mouth.
Iowa. Minnesota had all the lakes.
It's just pike, swat, flarg. Where's the fucking fish?
So yes.
Is it affecting other animals?
No, just the fish so far.
Do you guys drink from this water?
Fuck
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, we drink from this water.
You're
Gross,
drinking
fish poop in
pee.
that.
Yeah, but it's a lot of water.
Yeah, but that's a lot of fish.
Aewen high fives Mrohy.
Double,
Where's
yeah.
the
More
water coming
heads
from?
down and high, low fives there.
What was that,
Okay.
Justin?
Where's the water coming from into this lake? Like something's got to be feeding it, right?
A river.
Spring, as far as we know. We.
Are you sure it's
haven't-
not summer?
Can our detect
not
magic
something
people
we've really
see if there's any
questioned,
magic on the
I
lake?
guess.
Don't you dare muscle onto my territory, Eli, you son of a bitch.
Fuck you, that was a good one.
Yeah,
This is like a-
they don't know enough about like aquifers and other shit to know where the water is coming from.
If
They
it's-
just know that there's a lake here.
There's a
Oh.
lake and there's no rivers going into it.
And there's
Yeah.
a fish.
If it's spring fed, is it
Hydrology's pretty primitive.
is it iced over though?
Yes, it is iced over.
But
And so
it's
Sam
got
went
water
in there and
under the
didn't
ice.
find anything like of
Found
note.
fish.
No, she's like, yeah, I didn't see anything, too interesting.
Does she have
she
tumors
was
now?
able to she didn't feel anything moving the water around too much with her swim bladder. She wasn't able to smell anything down there that seemed too off.
I really, really hate that term.
Swim bladder?
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's gross.
It's an air sac.
Yep.
Mine's a pea sack.
It's literally a lung.
Mine's a pea sack.
He is stored in the balls.
Liar.
Anyways, this is
True story.
degrading.
It's in my swim bladder.
It's that's how I keep neutral buoyancy. I just drink water until I float. Anyway, speaking of neutral
don't
buoyancy,
think it works
Fish
that
Sam
way.
flops out of the water and
Yeah.
says, "There's nothing down there but fish and water."
Water.
I
Hmm.
made some ramen noodles, but I forgot the noodles, so now
Something's
all I
fucking up the
got is
fish.
water.
It's got to be coming from down in there somewhere. I mean, there's nowhere else for those things to go.
Can you detect magic magic and see if there's anything glowing in the lake?
The
What's
range
in
is
the
not
water?
that
I
good.
suppose.
What's
What
in
is-
the water?
Well, Knox
It's like
doesn't
limits
know.
to the range and stuff. I mean, I
Knox
suppose.
wouldn't know that. Like, I have no clue what that would look like.
Oh, great. Now I've got that
Yeah.
fucking
I
Dave
mean,
Matthews song.
you guys
stuck
could
in my
always
head.
try it later with some spells, underwater breathing, and
Yep.
Yeah.
endure
I think
elements.
the following day.
I would
yeah,
say it's
we'll
gonna be very
able to go
cold under there. You're going
Yeah.
into frozen.
No, there's ways that we can protect ourselves. Different spells. That
I mean, I guess people just dive into frozen lakes all the time, though, right? It's not, like,
Not for
unheard
long
of.
periods of time.
But we're people with magic, which is.
I was gonna say, but we're beyond that.
better.
We're not like
For-
regular people. We're basically superheroes.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Um,
well, I
the
guess-
spell is also quite effective underwater, protecting submersed
Does that make Knox Batman, considering he's got the utility belt?
And magical
Kinda.
knowledge.
And fighting skill.
And a determination to instill fear in his foes? Oh no, wait, that's Bernie.
Yeah,
so
in the lake right now.
yeah, you guys should be fine under the lake using endure elements. I don't think it the water's not going to be negative 50, otherwise it would be one solid block of ice.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Whiskey would freeze down there.
We'll head to the potion cellar for now. Since
Okay.
we're kind of
Did you guys want to ask about any of the other stuff to these guys? Like, these guys also live in the
murder.
village.
Did we ask about the murder?
Murder.
Maybe.
Yeah, you remember there was
or
there was
the
like a bunch of different
falling.
stuff that the guy told you about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys maybe need a refresher about everything that he told you about?
Yes, please.
It was the
So yeah,
falling, the fish, and
so yes, he told you that that his dad came down with a mysterious illness nobody's been able to cure. He told you that there have been some missing people. You guys didn't really ask any follow-up questions about that one though. There were the sick fish that he told you about. And then, as you guys were talking about earlier, there was the murder. So yes,
maybe she's a lake hag or some other type of hag.
That's like I said, Habs, a snow witch.
Yeah, basically.
so yeah. Are there any things that you guys would like to ask about specifically?
Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga.
So there's I heard that the young gal got kind of messed up out east.
What's the deal with all these kidnappings?
Would there be any way? I mean, I don't mean any disrespect by asking this question, but would there be any way for us to like observe the body to try and pin down what the hell happened to her, what killed her?
Well, you see some people kind of like look at you a little bit like that and kind of like looks like they're getting their hackles up a little bit.
Mhm.
They're like, well, she's currently being prayed over to, purify from any evil spirits and to put her soul at rest for, undergoing such a violent end. So, the next time she will be seen is during her funeral when her body is burned.
How long ago she die?
Just over a week ago, I believe.
About a week ago. Do you have any suspects? Any idea who it might have been?
Probably a beast of some kind.
You ask about the suspects thing. You see he says, yeah, as far as anyone's concerned, it was an animal. And I'm pretty sure it was an animal. And you see someone working on one of the nets, like pulling stuff up, just fucking throws it down and like walks away.
Aewen's gonna keep an eye on that one.
Is that her dad or brother or paramour or
You're not sure?
any?
That's a good word.
The guy we're talking to.
No, this is a guy that was working. What are you trying to sense there, Knox?
I'm trying to get a vibe here. Like, what is he like? Does it seem like it's like a family member thing, or does it seem like people are divided on what happened?
This is someone that is probably pretty close to whatever's going on. You don't know what exactly is going on, but I mean, like, it seems like maybe as soon as this guy was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure an animal did it, you see he was just like, just kind of like threw things down and just like walked off.
Can I trail this person?
Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing. There's not a whole lot of places. You guys are on an ice sheet. He just sort of like walks over to the
I guess
sleds and stuff. So you're able to keep an eye on him pretty well.
We know his name. Could we ask the man we're talking to, like, who that person is that walked off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So we were wondering who is that person that just walked off. He seemed kind of upset about what we're talking about.
Yes, that's Canuck.
Captain Canuck.
I'm sorry.
I'm never gonna get any of these names.
Canuck.
Hey, it's all recorded.
I'm sorry,
and
fucking
on
what?
I'm actually very fond
So
of all
bad
these
with
Inuit
names already. We're doing.
All right, Connect 4.
There's Suluk,
was he
there's
close?
same as the old talk, there's Canuck. I like these names. These are
Good
good names.
names. I'm just bad at names, and these are like
Complicated names.
Suluk.
He barely remembers my name, and my name isn't even really that hard.
I
Who are
barely
you?
remember my name.
You ask if he was close to her?
I call my son
Yeah,
by
like,
my
is
cat's
there
name
any
sometimes.
Sort of,
That doesn't surprise me.
Or any sort of connection to the
Names are
deceased?
always been an issue for me.
Yeah, closer to her than some of us would have liked.
Oh, drama. I like this. Wait,
What?
no,
Goodbye.
Aewen's just like this in the background.
These are not Latin-based words. That's
They
all
are
I'm
not.
saying.
You struggle with Latin-based words.
So was it like a kind of illegal sort of, yeah, I forget the words I'm trying to think of here.
Dispute.
Was he forbidden from seeing her by her father, or was there some sort of I don't know, he kicked my dog kind of thing? I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of. He's like,
Jesus Christ.
Give me a persuasion check to kind of
Diplomacy.
get into some of the drama on here,
Yeah,
because he was kind of playing it close to the chest.
yeah.
Do a diplomancy.
Oof.
I have like a minus.
Ha!
I think it would be probably lower than that, but
It's a 1.
Yeah. He's like, listen, I've probably said too much already, but just know that yeah, you know what?
Yeah, at least give me
We've
his
got
name.
fishing to do, and
we have his name. The Canuck is his
Oh, yeah,
name.
we've got
Canuck.
fishing
Oh,
to
yeah.
do, and
You've already
he
forgotten.
needs to
Well,
help. So
we could just go talk to the guy. Well, we don't need.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't
let's-
need permission from the
Let's go
fisherman.
talk to Captain Canuckles.
okay.
Well, I want to go see the. Well, he's heading back towards town, right?
No, he's
Or
just
is he-
like, you saw him just kind of like walk over, and
He's just
like
brooding
hanging
in the
by
distance.
by
Oh,
the
okay.
yeah, the sleds.
He's got big feelings and nowhere to put them.
Okay, yeah, I guess we can accost him now as well.
Hey, you! I got words for you.
We'll walk over then, I guess.
Yeah, you guys
See,
walk over, and you see him just kind of like,
As we're walking, can anyone say to Habs, "Hey, you're getting better at talking to people"?
I've talked to a lot of people for a lot of years, and I'm just
See?
my common isn't so good.
Practice makes perfect, though. You'll get it.
I think, yeah, I agree, and I thank you for your support.
Man, we have got to like give you a new personality module or something. Like, you are just a
What?
weird guy.
Don't you dare! I love Habs the way he is. He's a good boy.
Like
So,
I love the guy, but like, goddamn, some of the shit that comes out of his mouth. Have you heard it? It's like serial killer nonsense.
He's doing his best.
And that
Get new
rat he
mods.
has with him, I'm deeply concerned about that rat. It has
Well,
evil
it's not like
intent.
Habs is doing the Prima Noctis or whatever. It's the rat that's doing it.
You have an evil rat, Habs?
You didn't know about that?
I do.
I don't believe Aewen knows about Gearface.
I think.
Oh.
I think he's a good boy at heart. It's just.
You wanted to instigate Prima Nocta on the Cornhusk doll.
Is that public knowledge,
he
though?
has at least.
Yeah, we were there
one.
when it happened.
This one?
I don't think
so
those
Here's the thing.
words
No, I
should
think
be in
Nathan
that
was.
sentence.
I think Habhab was the only one that knows about that because he's the
Oh,
only
that-
one that could cast the spell to actually talk to him.
Oh, I thought we were all like
Yeah.
in on it. Sorry, that's my bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he's asked for
No,
like
we're gonna
blood and
have
stuff
to-
before, and I was able to
Okay,
kind
we'll
of deflect
talk
that
We'll
request.
talk to you
by
Oh,
getting
okay.
More dolls.
Gotcha.
And I'd explain. I'd kind of give Gearface's, kind of thing to tell.
The nice thing about Gearface is he has great ambitions, but his ability to
It's a very Pinky in the Brain type scenario.
yeah
I was
to
about to
bring
say
those
his brain with
ambitions
no
to
pinky.
fruition is
Very,
not the greatest.
very smart, also very inept.
So I'll make
but-
it a point. I'll show her. I'll show her Gearface later. We'll have a little play date or something. We'll have them
Jesus
turn into cats, and then Gearface can. I don't know.
Can flee in terror? What the fuck?
Gearface, I don't think would. I don't know what he can technically. The template he has, I could have him blow up. He's a clockwork, but then obviously he's destroyed forever. But
That's kinda
I
fucked
really
up,
hope that. Well, it's kind of.
You're
cool
familiar as a
thing with that
bomb.
template. Well, it's a clockwork rat, and the clockwork template gives you that. It's like I forget. It's like supernatural ability, or it's some type of ability, but basically you're destroyed forever if you do it. So, not
So,
something I want to happen.
End game
Wasn't that a whole
boss.
thing in Red versus? Wasn't that a whole thing with Red versus Blue? Is that Caboose was chatting with the bomb for Oddball?
Yep.
Anywho,
gonna
let's
be
Forget his name. Anyway,
let's talk to Canucktuck.
Canucktuck, yeah. We'll talk to Canucktuck.
Yes.
Father
Canucktuck. So yeah, you guys head over there. You see he's like just kind of like standing there with his hands on the sled, sort of like bent over, not really looking at anything as you approach.
Aewen walks up to him. She goes, "Hi, I'm Agent Scully. This is Agent Muller." She points to Habs. "We just had a few questions for you." No. Aewen walks up. She goes, "Hey, couldn't help but notice that you kind of reacted when we mentioned... Did we ever get that girl's name, by the way, Shane?"
No, you guys
Damn.
never
No,
asked.
we never asked. Yeah.
We when we mentioned to your overseer guy about the young girl that was killed outside the town, what's up with that? Are you okay?
You see he's kind of like bent over, and he like throws his head back, and just sort of like a wild mane of hair kind of like whips back.
Ow! My eye.
And you see he says, her name is Siku.
Siku. Good to know. Was there
Yeah,
something going
I'm-
on between you two?
Fine.
Okay,
You
see,
the
I
kind of
know,
people
I
that
know.
Say that.
I
The
was
people
about to
that
say,
aren't fine.
yeah, I was about to say, if I know anything about someone who says they're fine, it's usually that they're not fine. You want to talk, or do you want to be sad with the dogs?
The dogs aren't at the. Remember, the dogs are working dogs. They're doing stuff at the moment. Like,
Well, yeah, I thought you said he was.
He's
over by
being
the
sad with the
sleds.
sleds.
yeah, he's
you
being
mean-
sad with the sleds.
They don't
be
store the
sad with
dogs and sleds in the same spot, bro.
Well-
otherwise they could make off with the whole thing.
That's right. Yeah, the dogs aren't hooked up to the sleds at the moment. Yeah, he's like, listen, it's not any of your business, and I don't need people who aren't even part of the village.
We're just
hating
trying
you
to
too,
help.
So,
No, hey, what, hating you? No, we just want to know. We want to help. That's what we do. What kind of helpful people?
give me a persuasion
We have
check.
We have a history of
Diplomacy.
helping people.
Diplomacy, yes, there we go.
I'll do a big old diplomacy.
I think Habs will say that again, that we have a history of helping people. Actually, he's going to try to help.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, please don't.
Yeah, too late.
I'll help too by standing there
Oh, man.
menacingly.
Oh, Another one.
Oh shit!
How did you manage to get one again?
His chances of a 1 are much higher than anybody else's.
Mrohy helps by
skills,
grabbing
None
by grabbing Habhab and pulling him away as Aewen is
She just
Aewen
mouths.
is talking to him.
Diplomancy is a prohibited school for Hab. He takes a lot of negatives.
Yes,
All right,
Nathan wins
listen.
best out of game joke using in-game mechanics.
Listen, you obviously in pretty foul mood about what happened, but I mean, right in front of you got some people who want to get to the bottom of what happened and make sure it didn't happen again. So why not help us out?
You see, well, yeah. So he's like, he looks at you guys and he just says, "Listen, all I know is there's a lot of people out there who seem to think that I'm responsible for this, and a lot of people have been making have been making their suspicions known, while I'm at work and other things, and in the village, and
Yeah, I get it. That's really frustrating, but see, we're unbiased though, because we don't know the story at all. So we have nothing to take out on you.
Why
Hey,
the hell would it be,
by the-
you? I mean, that girl's probably ripped to pieces, right? Like,
yes,
No man
she
could do
was.
Aewen kind of leans in close, conspiratorial, and she goes, "What did the boss mean when he said you were too close to her?"
It wasn't exactly a secret that I had a thing for her.
Oh. She's like, "Oh, that's cute. Oh, the girl's dead. Oh man."
Star-crossed lovers.
She just went through like a series of emotions real quick right in front of him.
So, when she wound up dead,
The boyfriend's the first suspect.
yeah, well, some people seem to think that maybe she scorned me or something, and I went crazy or what have you.
Spurned?
Yes. Spurned.
Sorry, no, I didn't mean to correct you. My brain was like, "Wait a minute, that wasn't the right word."
Yeah, what did you think I said?
You said scorned.
Yeah, scorned, spurned, kind of the same thing.
What do you think was responsible for it?
I don't know.
What was she doing outside the town late at night?
I
It's not a
couldn't
thing
tell
villagers do.
I couldn't tell you what she was doing out of town that evening.
A selkie.
I wouldn't know. All I know is that she's dead now.
That's a sad thing to know. Hey, look, if we find anything else about her, you will be first that we tell, all right?
Wait a
Deal.
second. What time of day do you think that this thing happened?
Must have happened sometime in the evening. People found she was found in the morning, is all I know.
Is that all he knows with my sense mode of 14?
You are having a hard time getting a read on this guy. Knox has never been great with emotions, and you're having a difficult time sort of getting a feel as to what
Damn
this
these digital dice.
Shit.
Twinning.
Why did you roll sense motive twice?
It's my
Bernie.
drawback.
Bernathan.
I did roll with disadvantage. I'm not sure if that's the
Gotcha.
most fitting one for him, but it was the best pick out of what I could find.
Well, he has repeatedly gotten into trouble
You know what?
in the criminal underbelly, so maybe his sense motive isn't the greatest.
I'm too cool to understand emotions.
You needed to asleep. Yeah, cool people sleep.
Well,
Cool
time,
people
dude.
have been known to sleep.
Do you know a cool person who doesn't sleep in and shows up to class late?
Yeah, you guys you guys get the you get the feeling that this dude is like really upset. And
Why? What happened?
You're not sure exactly what he's feeling, but it just seems like he's kind of trying to hold a lot of stuff in at the moment is sort of what you get. So he's not doing the best at answering your questions, but I mean Girly Liked just died pretty horribly, so you know.
Not the best place for questioning.
I mean, it did happen a whole week ago. God, get over it, right?
That's fair. I agree.
No, Shane. Grief moves at its own pace. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Bottle it up. Be a man.
Be a man. Bottle it up until you explode.
Bottle it up until you get the rage class feature.
Until you get the rage ulcers.
That's right.
Rage ulcers. Get upset.
Well, if we find anything else about her passing, we will tell you first.
I would appreciate it.
Hey, speaking of telling you first, what's up with the village leader, New Talk? He seems crotchety. Has he always been this way, or has he just been crotchety when he fell ill?
Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. He seems to have been pretty upset recently. To be fair, both he and Suluk have had a lot that they've had to deal with. You know, the death, missing children, the food supply going bad. It's a lot for anyone to have to try and take care of.
Those children that were kidnapped. We haven't really followed that line yet. That's not great.
No, it's not.
I don't know if I can make a more understated statement on that one.
So,
I had noticed there weren't many children around the village. Or at least
Well,
less than
a
there
lot
really
of them
should have
are-
been.
A lot of them are being kept at home at the moment.
Can't imagine why.
Otherwise, we'd, usually have some younger boys here learning the trade, but, you know how the women folk are.
What do you call this place anyway?
Excuse me?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I'll let you
mothers
off
can
the. I'll let you off the hook because you're grieving.
He looks at you and he's like, yes, mothers can overreact a bit.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Bernie?
What do you call this place? This village? What's this name?
Humu humu nuku nuku apua.
No, not quite. It's
The
Kanosak.
state fish of Hawaii, Eli. I saw you looking confused. Kanosak?
Yes.
Kanusak.
I like these Inuit names. They sound good to say.
Yeah, they're fun.
Well, I'm all out of questions for angry McBoyfriend. I vote move towards Snow Hag unless anyone else has any further questions.
Hmm.
We can leave.
Okay. Yeah.
So I mean, we gotta figure out like what kind of creature's capable of this thing. Is it a local thing, or is it some sort of magical beast, or what would
Or
bring someone to
even-
shreds like that?
Or even if, like, her death was unrelated to the rest of the stuff happening. I mean, it could be a bunch of different stuff happening all at once.
We got some
And
knowledge
misery does
checks.
love
Anyone-
company.
Anyone roll a check to think, like identify what type of animal would do such a thing?
We'd have to look at the body at some point.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, all I got is local and nobility for knowledge. I'm fucking useless. If it was a nobleman killing these people, I got you, buddy. I got you.
So you guys head out towards you can actually see the little camp on the other side of the lake at this point. So you guys head out that way. And takes you a good little while. As you approach, you come upon
I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
that's because I haven't thrown your characters on there yet.
Ah! I can see. I'm out of the void. A neat little camp.
Yep,
Hey,
neat
was
little
it-
camp.
I was expecting a hut.
Nope, just a little camp.
Little camp. It's only a slight bit gay. It's a little camp.
Shut up.
Nice map.
It is.
Masters.
All right. Trying to get all the stuff in here recently. Sick.
What?
Like so. Big sick
He's
fish.
taking notes.
Missing children. There's just so much happening at this moment. I gotta write it down. Missing children.
Yeah, it's a whole
Dead.
village. They
Dead
have their own
girl
things
ripped
going
to
on.
pieces.
It takes a village.
I think that's most of it.
I
Missing
don't know if the girl was
children,
ripped to
dead
pieces.
girl
I think
ripped
she was
to
just
pieces.
mauled.
That's pretty much the same thing.
Martyr.
All right, dead girl mauled to death. Girl mauled to death.
Girl maul.
Dead girl mauled to death. Full redundant. Okay.
So,
Living dead girl.
living bread girl.
Give me Sarah Lee.
Was this
Anyway.
place we're visiting the potion lady? Oh yeah, that was the other thing.
Yeah.
Potion lady. Weird lady
Shut
sells
up.
Yeah.
potions.
You come upon the camp here.
As Aewen crunches up towards the shore, she calls out, "Hello?"
Yes. So,
So we don't scare her.
out
we help-
from one of these tents, you see what looks like a painfully old woman come out.
I'm only 26. It sucks living out here.
Oh god. All right,
Great.
Aewen. We got to say the old grandma over there.
Hi. We were told about you from the village across the lake. We were wondering if we could talk to you for a little bit.
You see she grabs a stick from the pile of wood over there and slowly makes her way up to you. As she does, you see she like reaches out and like places a hand on your arm, and then like slowly makes her way up and starts touching your face.
Oh, you can't see. I'm sorry. Had I known, I would have come over to you. Are you also mute?
She moves back, and with the stick in the snow, you see she draws sort of like a crude circle with like some wavy lines next to it, and then draws an X on there.
What does that mean?
She like points to her mouth and she's like,
Oh, you're blind and mute. Well, that's going to make questions hard.
Well, at least she's not deaf.
Are her eyes gone?
it is a little bit difficult to tell. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sure.
What I'm wondering is how someone like this can survive on her own if there's like wolves and stuff around.
She's a witch.
She
She turned me into a newt.
You it does look okay. Give me a heal check as well.
Okay.
Damn.
You see that she keeps her eyes closed like the whole time, so you're not really able to tell whether or not they would whether her eyes are there or not. Usually if people still, you do know that usually if people still have eyes, they tend to, keep them open, and they just have like milky cataract eyes or whatever, but you're not able to tell for sure one way or another. You see she like takes the stick and she draws in the snow a little question mark and kind of like waits patiently looking
Any
at
of
you.
you guys have spells where you can talk to people telepathically?
Aewen
So I
doesn't.
will describe this woman. She is like painfully old. She's also sort of like hunched over, but looking at her, it looks like she was once like. It looks like if she were to straighten her back out, she would be almost as tall as Mrohy is. Like she would
really?
probably look eye to eye with him. But looking around her camp here, it does look like she's got things set up pretty well. Like with things being more wild around here, you do see that there are like herbs and things that are growing in this area.
Is she human?
Yeah, she looks human.
So, if
I mean,
you guys, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say she's like really old, so you don't see any. What I mean by that is you don't see any like pointed ears or anything that would tip you off of her being like anything other than human. So that's what I mean.
So if you guys wanted to, we could rest, and then I can prep remove blindness, deafness, and that would let us be able to talk to her.
I don't
properly,
know.
as
Well,
long
if
as
her eyes are gone, then she has to like you'd have to regenerate the eyes, which is a very
Yeah,
high level.
and she's not deaf, so she wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
speak back.
But if her eyes are still there, maybe such a thing could work.
You know, honestly, I had no idea.
Regenerate's like a 7th level spell, I want to say, or at least it used to be.
I have no idea what to ask this woman.
It is pretty high, which
What's
is why
that?
you guys
Up
needed to
there.
go to like the super cloud top district in that one city to be able to regenerate Hab's legs.
Have you ever been to
Yeah.
the Cloud District?
We'll
No,
bring
I'm
her
kidding.
there,
Of course you
and
haven't.
then
Yeah, 7th level spell.
Are there any trees in the Super Cloud Top District?
No, I don't think there were. It was on top of a mountain.
Damn. I was like, damn, fast travel.
I'd like to
That'd be easy.
cast, I'd like to cast detect magic. If I'm not seeing any weapons, is there any like weapons or traps around? It's interesting that she can, be safe out here, even without threat of animals or whatever. But are there any like I don't know, like tripwires or?
No.
I guess I could do a perception check. Wow.
If you wanted to, you could always ask her about it.
Okay, yeah, I guess I'll ask her. How, potion seller, how are you able? We don't have her name yet, that should be the first question. But Habs, whatever. But,
Habs
I
is
think-
socially awkward. Yeah, we know.
hey,
potion
bud,
seller,
maybe
how
you
do
should stick with yes
how
and
do
no
you say-
questions.
I'll take Habs on a walk. Let's go, Habs.
Well, no, Habs is asking a question real quick.
Yeah, don't shut him down like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Potion seller,
No, it's-
how do you stay safe?
If it's
out by
diplomacy, I'm
yourself?
saying.
Not being
You
able
see
to
under this
see-
little canopy here, there are a bunch of like herbs and stuff that are sort of like bundled together. She grabs like a small bundle, and she brings it over to you. And she goes,
Was it like really strong? And it like just floors me, like it's like really offensive. Or- well, I guess
yeah, it
maybe
is
not to
a
have,
very
but-
offensive odor. And then you see she kind of like turns around over
Oh,
here and then like
Cool.
Brushes
okay,
the herbs at the fire.
I see. You just okay. That makes a lot of sense.
She lives off the land.
Okay. Ocean seller, what is your name? Well, I guess that might be a cruel thing to ask because I don't know if she could write.
you
her
ask
own
what her name is, and she just sort of like
Okay.
Waves her hand. It is of no import.
We are beyond names now.
She's a big time. Yeah.
We've gone
Even
too
beyond
far.
one syllable names. Even beyond one syllable names. Like she's above share somewhere.
You have now become the mysterious lady across the lake. You're just cooler than names, you know.
She's even stronger than the she's even stronger than the sword named the Throngler.
She's stronger than the Throngler.
I know, I fucked that one up.
Ocean Seller, are you aware of the diseased fish in the lake?
You see, she looks around and she, well, not looks around, but she's kind of like,
Because there are some people that blame that on you, and we're trying to figure out this mystery so we can help the village.
you see she goes back to the snow and she draws like some crude pictures. She draws like a line. Well, she draws first a couple of lines. She draws like a snowflake. She draws a flower. She draws a sun, and then she draws like a leaf. She circles the flower and the sun, and then you see she draws like a crude fish shape with a line, and points to it, and then points to herself.
Spring and summer, no fish for you.
Pointing to herself.
Yeah, so she circles those two and then points at the fish.
Hmm.
They're your fish, or they're you?
She points like the fish on the line. She like draws a line in between the spring and summer and circles that are circled to it. She's like,
oh, you're like a intermediate. You're like a druidess, or like you can talk with the.
You see that she points to. She draws a line to the leaf and the snowflake, and she X's it out.
No fish in
Oh,
winter.
so you only eat the fish in spring and summer.
She don't know how to ice fish. Rather, she can't.
Yeah, I bet that'd be hard to do blind.
Fishing can be tough, anyways.
So what does
What
she
do-
eat out here in the winter then?
She says she's eating herbs and stuff.
Herbs and stuff. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Can we like salt cure some stuff for
Well,
her so that she's
the-
not gonna like starve?
Well,
She does have herbs and stuff. It does look like she's got some meat. It does look like she does
she's
have
been
some
trained-
cured meat. So it looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
people have said that some people from the village have visited here at some
Yeah.
point or another.
I
It's
was
like
going to say
paying
Sula
food.
could mention that people came by.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Could we try to identify the potions that she sell? Like, does she just sell like?
I don't think she sells any potions.
You guys
Oh, she
haven't actually like really asked her about any of that sort of stuff.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's ask her. What?
What do you even
sell
do?
to the- No. What do you sell to the villagers? Is it like a herb, or they come out? You're quite a ways away from them, and so they come to you. They're like
You
a
see-
pile of stuff that she might sell, or
You see, she finally writes one word in the snow. She writes the word problem, and then she points to herself, and then you see she draws like a hammer and a like a wrench.
You fix
So
problems.
you're a problem solver. You're
You're from the USSR.
you drink.
And then she
vodka.
points at you, Habhabs, and writes a question mark.
Oh, like if I have a question, or I have a problem for her to solve,
Or she fixes things.
Yeah, she points to the word problem.
You a healer or something?
You got a problem, Habs? This old lady's got you covered.
what? Let's see. I want to ask what kind of problem she solves. She can't. So she listens to the people's problem, and she solves it for them. So is it like advice?
Yeah, Aewen
relationship
asks, do you
advice?
fix like broken things or broken people? Like, do you fix the insides or the outsides?
Broken hearts? Like a love potion?
Do you have a heart, Tin Man?
So you see she draws she draws a clock with an arrow pointing forward. And then
the future.
she
See the future?
she draws a heart. And then draws like a jagged line down it. And then erases it.
So like the love.
Time heals a broken heart.
She she draws like
or like
a stick
horoscope,
figure,
kind
two
of-
stick figures. Draws a heart over them.
Jackal. Is it a
like
jackal?
a mar-
Jackal.
She's just like a marriage counselor. You're thinking like
She-
it's all this like esoteric stuff.
Man, you know what translates really well into a spoken word medium? Pictionary.
I know. Here's the thing: is if I could get the here, you know what?
You
She
can draw.
draws.
There's gotta be a.
Fun.
I was gonna say you could probably draw in here, or you could always
Yeah.
turn your screen into a whiteboard.
Probably not white though.
Blackboard.
Let's see. How do I change the color? Oh, there we go.
Figure drawing or something.
Okay. There we go. Damn it, it's still white. So, oh my god, what? How do I actually change the color?
We can always zoom out, and you can just draw on the blackboard of the map.
That
That's
is
true.
true, I suppose.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Um,
I've done stuff like that before.
Doodled on the
It's
margins.
just- weird that I can't change the color for whatever reason.
Or you could just make the map even bigger. We could put us in the corner, and then you could have a blackboard. and you could go back and forth
Because
to
when I
it.
change it, it for whatever reason changes back.
Can you just draw it on the map itself?
Configure default.
Well, it's white, and he doesn't
yeah,
want to
here.
draw on a white map.
Here we go. If you zoom out,
Oh, okay.
we'll go at the top here.
Okay.
So yes, she draws something like this.
Thomas.
Where are you drawing?
Thomas's name at the top. I don't
Yeah, you guys can't see it in the black area.
Damn.
Oh, Well, shucks.
I know.
I suppose
I was
because walls.
Yes.
That's what our tokens can see.
Yeah.
So you just have to
Oh,
draw it
like the
directly on the
map
map.
is walled off.
I mean, you
Yeah.
you can keep voicing it, Shane. I was making a joke at your expense.
Oh no, yeah.
I think we were making.
Like-
I mean, it was working. Like the descriptions were working. I feel.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was
you
fine.
could just
Like
you
I
just
said, I
take
was
a
just
wall
laughing
away
at the
and-
absurdity at it.
make that area black and just.
He,
then it won't be-
he
it
takes
won't be
away the
black
wall
anymore.
and it's just stuffed full of enemy creatures.
Here, we'll try it up here. How's about that? So she
Oh
draws.
shoot! Didn't mean to do that.
Big square.
That's all right.
Sorry.
But yeah, for whatever reason, I can't change it from white.
That's strange. Just draws like a penis.
She draws.
Like a bad person. Person goes away. Bad feeling.
Yeah. So she just keeps like drawing a bunch of different things, like that, like,
Different
She's a
ways of saying the
therapist.
same thing. It's like a
She's a psycho, the rapist.
So, yes, she does things like.
She's a witch doctor.
Oh, I wonder if she talked with Knock and the victim, chance. She's like a kind of a matchmaker of sorts. Yeah. Okay. I guess potion seller isn't really appropriate maybe anymore. Dr. Love? No.
Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper? No. By chance, have you...
All right. So you made two people fall in love. Yes.
Maybe she saw Knock though. Have you seen someone named Knock come here?
She's
for
blind.
Advice? Well, you know, yeah.
Just kidding.
I mean, have you?
Just picturing Birdie. She didn't see anything.
Habs would say that. Habs would say that. Seeing is such an important verb. Has a villager named Knock come to you for help of late? He was
See, she
seeing a
goes.
lady. Oh, I missed this.
She can't
No,
talk about
okay.
other people.
Patient,
She's got
Dr.
patient
Cook.
confidentiality.
Got Hipaa going on. She's the inventor of Hipaa, maybe.
Of course, we have Hipaa.
I think that's what you call
How would
it.
we
Let's
function
just-
as a society?
Let's just call her Hipaa.
Hipaa. Call her Hipaa. Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Works for me.
Hipaa. Yeah.
Well, I would explain to her that Knock girlfriend was recently murdered, mauled, and that Knock is being blamed, and we're trying to solve that mystery. Well, it's trying to solve a lot of mysteries, I guess. But if there's any sort of fight between the two, Knock maintains that he's innocent of any sort of having any part of the maulings.
As you ask her that, she points to you, and then points to the word problem in the snow, and then she writes question mark and circles it.
Like I'm not
Yeah.
giving her a problem, or
We go.
No,
problem.
she won't.
talking.
She's like,
Yeah, we have to solve the problem.
Oh, she wants to know if you have a problem.
Oh, if I have I have a lot of problems. I don't
Why
know
did
if
we
you-
let Hab do the talking on this one? Like,
Cause this is great. I love this.
we're gonna be here all night.
Yeah, I have a lot of problems, but most of them are pretty minor.
she draws in the snow. I
would actually, you know what? I would take off my wedding ring and I'd hand it to her, and I'd explain that I'm married and my wife's been dead for over 1,000 years, and
she circles this, points at the word points at this, points at you, points at the word problem, and then points at the question mark. She points at you, points at the word problem, and then points at that.
I'm not sure what to do with that.
Can we do something about a dead person?
You can speak with. Can you communicate with dead loved ones by chance, or? Is that what am I reading way into this? I think it's like a.
No, she shook her head. Yes.
Maybe.
So if we need to find out.
You could talk.
Someone who might be able to do it probably better than Habhab. Give me a sense motive check on what she's trying to say here.
I mean, I can try it.
Oh, that's not good.
Damn these accursed dice.
Bernie, you get the sense that she's asking if the couple being dead and him being and Mrohy also. I would say anybody with who got higher than a 15, you get the question, you get the sense that she is asking, is this your problem?
Oh.
No.
We got a different problem. We're trying to earn favor by, fixing other people's problems. So maybe we can, get what we want out of this place and get the hell out of here. Preferably somewhere warmer. Speaking of warmer, you know any places around here that are, warmer than perhaps they should be?
But you see she looks when you say that that you're trying to earn favor, she kind of perks up and she draws a bunch of people like, I really wish this thing wasn't hovering over it.
A gathering of people.
Some sort of crowd cheering.
Big fucking party. They'll celebrate our
Hey, Shane, let it screw up. She's blind.
She's like,
I can be honest, this was kind of lost on me.
Roll a sense motive.
Are you drawing a way for us to earn favor?
Is that you drink from that?
The cure.
You got wine?
Got wine.
The cure.
We've got some of that.
see she roll a sense motive check, I guess. Aewen, you get the sense that she's trying to say she can give you favor if that's what you want.
Oh, that's kind of gross. You're kind of old. I'm sorry.
Wait, does she have this? Does she have the spell wish?
Favor to do what?
Is that stick a rod of wonder?
What would you want in exchange for favor with the townspeople? Is there a price that you have for this? Okay. Is it a certain, like, gold or a certain item that you might be looking for? Or...
You see she walks over, and she points to her, like, supplies inside of her tent here.
Is there like a certain ingredient that's low? Maybe like is there like some green
She could
stuff
definitely
that's
use some more
low?
food.
Or more food. Oh. Okay.
She also points at a bunch of the trees and points at her pile of firewood.
Firewood.
You just want to survive.
Well, firewood and food are definitely things we can help with.
I have access to create food and water, which I can use to cast. I think it's a level 3 spell.
Oh, neat.
You don't have that prepped every day, or do warpriests have to have things prepped? Or
Yes.
I forget how.
Yeah, they do have to have things prepped. But
Just
like
like
if
a
we were to
clone,
rest or like whatever, we could just prep it and then we would just have food. We wouldn't have to do like really anything.
Okay. Well, maybe for now, we can work on the firewood, and then after a night's rest, we can make some food for her. Conjure some food.
Like pretty much what I could do is how many?
It's
Sorry,
kind
I'm
of
not
bland food though, isn't it? Like
I'm
it's
not-
kinda like yeah,
it
it's
just
really
says food and
bland,
water to sustain 3 humans or 1 horse a level for 24 hours.
One
For one horse,
So 3
for one
humans per level.
horse-sized human.
Yeah, 3 humans per level. So that would be 8 levels or 7 levels.
We're
Level
level
9.
9.
prep like a bunch of those. Yeah.
You see that as you're discussing, like,
Regardless, I
helping
can
her,
give her enough food to like prep.
helping
for,
her
like,
out,
3 days.
you see she like reaches into her supplies here. She comes over to you. She points to the picture that she did about the favor, like currying favor with the townsfolk. And she holds up a parchment and a dagger, and you see that she goes like this, and then puts her thumb to the parchment.
Oh shit! Is this some Freudian or not Freudian?
Okay, I
Faustian,
think we should
bargain here.
read this.
What does the scroll say? Is it?
I would just click accept. So
It doesn't actually.
Oh, you are an Apple fanboy.
It doesn't actually say anything. It's a blank
Really
piece
say
of parchment,
fanboy.
but it looks like to complete the transaction here, she wants you to make your mark on the page.
In blood.
Oh, and her mark is like because she can't.
She
write
wants you.
or
Yep.
anything.
She wants
Oh,
you to. She wants you to prick your thumb and mark the page.
Done.
what does it say?
Done. Holy
You
shit,
do it?
Habs, no.
Yeah, I do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Real
And you know
sensitive
what?
on this one
It's
too.
just about 9 o'clock, so I think that is a
Nope.
good time to leave it. With Habs having entered into a bargain with this old woman.
Habs is giving Ursula his beautiful singing voice so he can be on land with Prince Charming.
Well, fun fact: in another game with another wizard, we needed a means to find something, and this old hut lady had a finger that would it's basically like the compass from Pirates of the Caribbean, except it was just the one thing that we were looking for. It would always point to, and he had the lady had said that basically I would have to I'd have to give her my firstborn to basically get this finger, and my wizard was not like he had no relationships or anything. He had no kids, no intention to have kids, and so I'm just like, yeah, let's screw this lady over, and so
Sucks
he
for you,
signed off
lady.
on
I'm
it.
celibate.
Well, Well, later on, there's a very strange happening. But my wizard got pregnant, just like Mary Magdalene, and but anyways, so
Your wizard had an immaculate conception.
kind of. But yeah, my track record with old ladies is really bad. And
he's gonna keep this streak going.
Well, we'll find out next time, I guess.
Yeah.
Next
This will
time on
be
Dragon
just
Balls.
as bad or worse. Catch you next week, everyone. See ya.
Thank you for joining us. Have a good night. Bye.
Beautiful people.